Hey guys, Jacob and Lena here with Provolumes, and today we are going to be wood filling our volume. So far we have pre-sanded it, and that pre-sanding just exposes more of what we need to wood fill, and also if you have edges that are over, it makes it easier to effectively get into the spots that you actually need wood fill without wasting wood fill. So what we have here is wood filler, and this is Famo wood. It is natural. We have found that this is the best wood filler for most jobs. It is a latex-based wood filler, and it does not shrink or expand and does not crack. So we've used others, and they've done okay, but overall, this has done the best. We have two scrapers and a paint lid opener, just because they do a good job at sealing this thing. So to open it up, you might need a paint can opener. We also have some gloves. So overall, this is kind of a messy process, but with gloves, it definitely takes away some of that mess. So we're going to get started. We're just going to try to fill the cracks and holes, especially the holes made by the screws. So let's get to it. Alright, so with wood filling, what you want to do is have two scrapers just to go ahead and scrape off that excess. And before you actually start filling, you want to make sure your volume is clean. And we just took it with the vacuum and a rag and wiped it down. Definitely helps keep that stuff stick. So we're going to get started. Just go ahead and get a scoop of that stuff and start at one end and start filling. So the purpose of this wood filler is to just get inside those cracks. Any excess you can just kind of scrape off and move along. With this particular wood filler, it is low odor, so it's not necessary to wear a mask. That's why we're not wearing one. And it is very easy to work with. One thing with this though is you want to make sure that you don't leave it out in temperatures that will freeze it, or it will get hard and won't be able to use it anymore. So, word of caution. And if you have really deep cracks or holes, you want to make sure it gets in there real good. So try to blob it up. And as far as this process goes, once it dries, you can go over it with a second layer, which really helps and just ensures that all your cracks or holes are filled properly and saves you a lot of time in the long run. So it might be something worth doing, just depending on how it looks overall. So that is looking really good. Awesome. So we have everything filled for the first fill layer, and what we really have to do just now is just wait. And as far as the wait time goes, it would suggest approximately 30 minutes is what this says. Depending on the weather though, and how thick those layers are, it may take an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. So just play it by ear and play it by touch. So if you go and fill it and it's not quite dry, go ahead and wait before you continue on sanding or sticking more layers in. So you want this to be completely dry and allow it to harden up. So make sure you do store your filler in somewhere that is warm and won't freeze the product. So we've given the wood filler some time to dry, and it looks like it all looks okay. We're just going to go ahead and sand it down and see if we need to do another layer of filler. And we're going to use the orbital sander again and make it happen. Alright, so the wood filler has been sanded and everything looks really nice. All the cracks and holes are filled up, and it doesn't look like it needs a second layer, but it is very well possible to put another layer on, especially for any of those cracks that are deeper, and you just want to make sure you get those filled as best as possible, and you don't have any gaps in there. If you do have some gaps after you put on your paint and texture, there's a possibility that it will chip there just because there wasn't much to hold on to, and it's easier to just get underneath it and peel that stuff off. So what you want to try to do is make sure that everything is evenly smoothed out and evenly filled, so you have a smooth surface. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will have a link in the description below for the wood filler that we used. And thank you guys. In the next video we'll be doing some reinforcement for the volume, and this is an optional step, but we're going to show you guys how to do it, and we'll kind of go over how that works. So stay tuned and hit that like button and hit the subscribe, and don't forget to check out the website provolumes.com, where we have over 30 plans, and we have lots of how-tos and tips and tricks for you guys. So thanks, this is Jacob.